dismissal or his, as they call, or in scorn. So that's what it means. It means to scorn at. So all of the other nations, they're gonna scorn at America, man. Dang. Like, what the hell is going on? Yeah, so America's going to be scorned at amongst the other nations after America's done with that by this nuclear war. Go on, brother.
Verse 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. O ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows.
Right.
For she hath sinned against Yahweh. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand, her foundation are fallen.
Right, and this is something that's going to happen real soon. It's not happening now, but this is a current event that's going to happen. And it's all leading up. All of these different cyber attacks, all of these different secret meetings and stuff like that among these nations, it's all leading up to the full-fledged thermonuclear war. And Jeremiah is prophesying about it. And he don't even understand what he's envisioning right now. But we understand it because we're in those days. We're in the days and times, and we kind of somewhat see, not somewhat, but we can clearly see what he's been saying, how he has explained the prophecies. Go on.
Verse 15. Shout against her round about.
Right.
She hath given her hand, her foundation are fallen, her walls are thrown down.
Right.
For it is the vengeance of Yahweh.
Right, so her foundation was smitten. So what does it mean that the foundation was smitten? Meaning the whole entire setup of America was smitten out. Alright? And that's why the main deliverance and the main destruction is going to come in. Because that's the great city that's set up above the many waters. The great hall. That's why it's known as the great hall pursuant to Revelations, the 17th chapter. Because that's the great kingdom that has not been touched yet. Alright, the Lord is saving the best for what lasts. You know?
Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of Yahweh.
Right, for it is a vengeance for Yahweh. So the Most High, the supreme power, is going to be orchestrating the downfall or the destruction that's going to happen on the soils of America, man, and those that are allied with America. We're just bringing out the work. We're just bringing out the plans of the Most High, which the majority of the people fail to understand or fail to realize. And Theresa May, whether she stays in or not, she's going to lead the UK and to draft in certain people into this nuclear war. That's what's going to go down. It's going to be a draft picking of those that's going to go into this war. And all of the prophecies that we've been speaking about throughout the years is going to come into an effect real soon. It's going to come into effect real soon. Okay? And that's the bottom line. You can't change it. You can protest until you're blue in the face. You can protest until you're out of breath. Okay? Nothing's going to change. Theresa May is going to do what she got to do, whether she stays in or not. Jeremy Corbyn, if he gets in, he's going to continue on the agenda of where Theresa May left off at. Because your prime minister don't have their own will or their own power to set up their own agenda. They're going by the agenda of those that are behind them. Alright, they made it clear to be about the people or be for the people, but really they're for those that they work for. Go on, brother. And it's ultimately, I'm not going to give them too much credit, but ultimately the Lord has a plan. Alright? Give me hold what you got. Give me Proverbs 19 and 21. Because the Lord has plans. Whatever man may have in terms of their mind, guess what? That's not going to happen unless the Lord sanctions it down. What? Yeah, Proverbs 19 and 21.
As Proverbs 19 and 21, there are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of Yahweh, that shall stand.
Right, so there's many devices in a man's heart, but the counsel of the Lord, that shall stand. Give me Jeremiah, Isaiah 55, verse 11. Hold the original precept.
That's Isaiah 55 and 12 and 11.
Right.
So shall my word.
As you know, start at verse 9.
That's Isaiah 55 and 9. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. Verse 11. So shall my word that goeth forth out of my mouth, it shall not return unto me void.
Right, so the words of the Lord are going out. Okay? The words of the Lord have been spoken, and now shall they be put into fruition. Now the words of the Lord are going to manifest itself now. And then at the same time, the Lord is going to glorify his name. Because right now, everybody don't know who the Lord is. You have to exalt to you who the Lord is and let you know who the Lord is. Okay, because a lot of people don't know. But when that day comes, man, everybody's going to know the name of the Lord, man. Everybody. Because we live in a society where you can just do what you want to do. And, be as much as a demon if you want. But there's going to come a time where order is going to be restructured. Order that comes from the scripture is going to be reestablished on earth. Okay? It's not going to be none of this shenanigans happening. It's out of order this happening. It's not going to be no more of that. Okay? All of this sleeping around the place, all of this diseases floating around as well, all of that's going to be done away with. Because everything's going to be in complete order. Alright? But the Lord has to do something else before that. Go on, brother. Yeah.
It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please.
Right, so the words of the Lord are not going to return. The Lord ain't going to say one thing, but then he ain't going to, he's just going to just, not activate that prophecy, because some sort of, he changed his mind. No, the Lord tells you in Amos, I believe it's, No, Malachi 3 and 6, the Lord, now you just read it. What's the precept where it says the Lord does not change? So the Lord if the Lord says something, he's going to activate what he said. He's not going to then change his mind. Well, wait a minute now, that's a bit too much. Nah, I'll leave that for later on. No, I'm not going to do that. No, in due time, the Lord is going to activate what's being said. So we got.
And they shall prosper in the things whereunto I sent it.
Right. And that's those prophecies that we read about. Every last prophecy is going to be an activation. And every last one is going to see it, whether you know it's the prophecies or not. Go on.
It's Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
So what is the vision? The vision is when Yahweh Shai comes in effect. All of the prophecies and Yahweh Shai. Alright? So, right about now, you read that verse again.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Right, so at the end it shall speak and not lie. So we're living in those sort of times where the end is speaking. But the ultimate vision is when Yahweh Shai comes. That's the ultimate vision. Okay? But when the Lord comes, when through the word called Jesus Christ comes, it's going to be nothing but chaos. On the four corners, man. Not just in Great Britain or America, but it's going to be chaos among the people. That's why all of the countries around the world are preparing for martial law. Okay, you got certain countries that are declaring emergency. Theresa May done raised the terror threat levels to critical. Alright, so when you connect the dots and you read this Bible by the prophecies, it all makes sense. It all makes phenomenal sense. If you got the spiritual mindset to add it all up. Go on.
Though it tarry, wait for it. because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Yeah, wrong. Yeah, go back to what you was reading before. Yeah, go. Yeah, yeah.
As but Jeremiah 50 and 16. Cut off the sword from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of the harvest. For the fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn every one to his people, and they shall flee every one to his own land.
Right, right. Meaning they all gonna get out of America. And that's what's happening right now. You have a lot of people that went to America because they saw the money or they saw the success. Now they're returning back to their country because they're seeing the downfall of economic. Go on.
Verse 17. Israel is a scattered sheep.
Let me see if I can read some more of this article. Right, so it says, and we are sure that she has gained a congenial partner in France, President Macron. Merkel has served formal notice that she will lead the German wandering away from the American alliance. In a speech before 2,000 people on Sunday, she declared that Europe cannot at this time rely on the US. Check this out. She declared, right, that Europe cannot at this time rely on the US. So once Germany, once other European countries detach themselves from the alliance of America, ultimately, what's the next thing that's gonna happen? They're gonna turn around and they're gonna turn against America. Okay, that's how this thing's going down, man. And the UK, the time in which we could completely depend on others are on the way out. I've experienced that in the last few days, she said, we Europeans truly have to take our fate into our own hands. And notice that she said the Europeans, not Germans, notice too that she did not rule out that Europe might rely on the US and UK in the future. The door is not closed, but the old order is passed. See? So they get ready to detach themselves from America. And she said the UK as well. You see that? And the UK is a big American ally, which they need each other. So once that goes down, man, I mean, that's the board. The game time is over for Esau. Matter of fact, brother, get me what is it? Daniel's the second chapter, because the 10 toes are now being detached, which the 10 toes represent NATO and the EU. So once they've been divided against each other, then the whole entire system is going to decline more quicker. What's going on? That's what's going to go down. That's what's happening right now, and things are going to get a lot more worse. And the same Europe that you've known throughout the years is not going to be the same no more. Okay, it's going to be from night to day, baby. They're going. You know, it's Daniel's 2. Daniel's 2, 40, I think it's 4, something like that. Okay, you're going.
It's Mark 3 and 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself,
about that as well. You're going. That's a good precept.
And if a kingdom be divided against itself,
right,
that kingdom cannot stand.
Right, so if the kingdom be divided against itself, which is what we are in right now, as Germany stated, and what is it, Angela Merkel and neighbors, she declared that she doesn't want to deal with America no more. She wants to depart from the alliance of America. And she also stated the UK as well. So what we're seeing is the divided seat of this revival of ancient Rome. Go on, brother. Read that verse again in Matthew's the 3rd chapter.
So Mark 3 and 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself,
y'all living in the kingdom. This is an empire and kingdom. Okay, a mighty kingdom as well. Go on.
That kingdom cannot stand.
Right, that kingdom cannot stand. So this society is on this pretty much heading towards death. What I wanted to say is it's dying days. Okay? And that's where we at right now, because you have the European Union, okay, this aligned themselves with America. And then you have the Brexit thing, and then you had there's another thing that you had a lot of Brexit and exits amongst the EU. Okay, but guess what? The whole Brexit idea is not going to come to pass. Britain is going to stay in the EU. You understand? And I'm going to say that again. Britain is not going out of EU. Britain is going to stay in the EU. Go on.
And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand.
Right, so if the house be divided against itself, because what made America great? Because the back of Britain and the other European allies. That's what kept the confidence of the civilization going. Now the confidence of this place is declining. Okay, because of the dividency of this revival of ancient Roman kingdom. Go on.
Verse 26. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but have an end.
But have an end. Hey, that's self-explanatory. Read that one more time.
And if Satan rise up against himself, German against America, and be divided, he cannot stand, but
he cannot stand, but have an end. So let's say, for example, your organs are working against each other. How is your body going to be able to function? Okay, because the whole body of this revival of ancient Rome that we're in right now, this civilization, this kingdom, is all being trodden down. All right. All of these other nations, they looked up to America, they looked up to Britain, and so on and so on, because of its greatness. Okay, if there's a great empire, you're going to look up to that great empire. You're going to want to be a part of it. That's why everybody and their mother and their grandfather is in Britain today, and America as well. Okay. So everything deals with prophecies. Everything is dealing with the words of prophecy, the words of the Lord. But guess what? The dividency of this kingdom is at hand. It is right around where we at today. All right, you're going. Got something. Let me sit back. Let me see. Get down. Use the second chapter. Yeah, I think it's Daniel's 2, verse 40.
Daniel 2 and 41. And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay.
Right. And that's talking about the military power. Okay, the iron is referring to the military power. And it's mixed with miry clay, referring to a portion of the EU is going to be weak and a portion of it is going to be strong militarily.
This is falling apart. It's relying on this other nation to keep you afloat. All these allies.
Yeah.
They've been relying to keep you afloat. So that's what when one of the EU nations falls.
Yeah.
They try to bring it back up.
Yeah.
So once it goes down, it goes to them.
That's right. That's right.
Go down
with
it.
But ultimately, it's talking about the military. But economically as well, if you have a weak economy, how can you sustain your military? You can't. Because you got to pay for the weapons. You got to pay for all of the military personnel and the weapons. All right. So if you have a weak economy, then you can't really do too much. Go on, brother.
Verse 42. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken.
Right. Part of the kingdom is going to be partially strong and partially broken. And that's the European Union. Okay, that's why you have a Brexit. Okay, you have the Frexit. Okay, the Brexit, all of these different exits. Is that showing the dividency amongst the EU? The people are divided. And that's why the main thing that's in Britain right now is the whole Brexit. That's the main thing. So that's alluding back to the 10 toes being divided and broken and destruction. You see that? As it states in Matthew, the 3rd chapter, the 24th verse. If any kingdom against itself, if any kingdom is divided against itself, how can that kingdom stand? The only way it's going to stand is if it comes together. But if it doesn't come together, that society comes to an end. And we are at the ending stages of this revival of ancient Rome. Go on.
Verse 43. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with marble clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay.
Right, they should not cleave unto one another. You see that? So they're all going to be divided, man. And it's going to worsen the EU economically. And then they have to pay billions of pounds to exit. They have to pay mad money, man, to get out of the EU. Which Theresa May, she don't want to do that. They want to stay in the EU because ultimately the plan of the elite and the agenda of the elite is to establish a one-world system. So how are you going to establish a one-world system, but then yet divide the whole EU? Okay? But the thing about the EU being divided is divided because of the people. The people don't want to be united again. Okay? So ultimately, this society is breaking apart, man. Regardless of what's going on.
That's it.
Okay, so let me see something. Yeah, I want to read another article now. You know, I can refinish this. It says, right, I've already finished this already. Yeah, I've read that. I've read it. Yeah, so it says that this is from JamaltoNews.com. It says the EMV brings powerful security for every transaction. Every year, counterfeit fraud losses continue to decrease all over the world thanks to the security of EMV. What's behind the security of an EMV card? The chip. Why did developers of EMV specify a smart card chip inside of every car? For one reason, security. A smart card chip is a small computer or microprocessor that has its own data storage, processing power, and application software unlike a magnetic strip card. A chip is extremely difficult to crack. Okay? Like when you look at your credit card, you have that little that chip in the midst of it. But guess what? You got people out there, they use their credit cards, they use their debit cards. So to strengthen the security, the next level of security, what they're gonna do is they're gonna implant a microchip inside of your subdermal. That's gonna be the next thing that they're gonna do. Okay? So it says, a smart chip offers great security because it contains a secure vault that holds unique key specifics to each card that protects your transaction. Alright, an EMV card generates a unique code that is validated by your bank for each transaction. And the code cannot be reused. A fraudster couldn't make a transaction using a fake card with stolen data at an EMV terminal because it wouldn't be able to generate the proper code. Okay? And although they have that chip inside the credit card or the debit card, guess what? That's not going to be in effect too long. It's a new thing. It's going to be the microchip technology. Okay? That's what they want to do. The little microchip that they're going to put on your subderma mandatorily, that's going to have all the information stored up. Go on, brother, if you got the precept. so this society is on its way out, man. This society is finished. It's a wrap. It's done. You know what I mean? So that's just the thing on that, man.
This is Isaiah 9:16. For the leaders of these people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed.
Right, and they that are led of them are destroyed. So who are those that are causing our people to err? Okay, Esau, man.
I think I want to take this chip.
Hey, man.
Right. What's
You've
going
been
on?
doing this for a long time, man. I've seen you all about the place.
Right, Brixton and all that. What's going on?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but we're teaching, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure you know what we are, right? We're ready. Yeah, I'm talking about.
Well, I'll tell you what, I believe that I have the truth, you know. I believe that I'm part of the truth. I'm actually, I represent the, Reuben, firstborn.
What's that?
Reuben, the firstborn.
How do you figure? How do you figure that?
Eh?
How do you figure that, brother?
I figure that.
Yeah.
It's been revealed to me in Genesis. I'm in the Bible. I'm actually in the Bible. Let me show you where I am.
Go. You just stand there.
Like that. I'll actually show you where I'm in the Bible.
Okay, what's your nationality?
My nationality?
Yeah, where was your
I'm a British, Jamaican, African Israelite.
Right.
I bet you've never heard that one before.
But you know, though, you can't be an African brother in Islam. You gotta be one of the. You gotta be one.
I'm British. I'm a British Jamaican African Israelite. You know, British. My parents are Jamaican.
Right.
You know, like my ancestors were African, and my spiritual forefathers were Israelites. Moses, Abraham, they were all Israelites.
That's right. But what I'm saying is my man, is that African. You're not African because if you was an African, then do you understand something, right? The name Africa comes from a Roman general, Neo Scipio's Africanus. A Roman general.
Guys.
What's going on?
Sometimes homeless people around here just to give away free sound.
I tell you what,
Nah, I'm
I
on.
like some. Why not?
Pick
Give me one.
Pick one. What do you think that's ham and cheese? I'll have you got bacon one, you got that breakfast bean, side egg,
Ready? Right.
ham and cheese, yeah.
Anyway, bro, keep going.
So I'm coming.
Nah, it's all right, man. We're gonna keep going.
That's ham and cheese. Yeah, well, I just eat ham and cheese.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw this guy.
Bacon, eggs. Sausage. What you guys up to?
No, we're just teaching the children. We're Israelites.
Listen, I can't stay, right? But do you believe that Jesus is the Son of God, Joshua?
Well, his name is Yahweh Shah.
Do you believe that he died for our sins?
Only the Israelites. Okay, he didn't die for the whole world.
Not the whole world.
No.
No.
Give me what is it? John 17 and what is it? 9.
But I mean, salvation was first offered to the
But you don't understand that.
Israelites, then the Gentiles.
The
But we all
Gentiles
can be
is-
saved.
No, that's not true.
I don't believe it. I see
That's
that.
not true. See, this is the thing. You know what I mean? Well, I know he ain't gonna get it. I'm not gonna take it too seriously, but get that anyway, brother, for edification's sake. John 17 and 9. Because that guy, he ain't gonna get it, man. You know, you got these chicks out there, you can just tell who's gonna get it and who ain't gonna get it. That guy ain't gonna get it, man.
That's why he came up with what saying I have the truth.
Yeah, you know
Already,
from there,
you
he's
know,
bugged.
you know.
He's bugged out.
9.
Yeah, 17 and 9.
These are John 17 and 9. I pray for them, I pray not for the world.
Right, because ultimately when you dissect what that really means, the world is talking about Israel. You know, and he prayed not for the world, but he, go on.
But for them which thou hast given me,
But for them which thou hast given me, pursuant to John 15 and 16, go on.
for they are thine.
For they are thine. So the Lord ain't dealing with the whole entire world. If you want to use that scripture, the Lord is dealing with Israel, the nation of Israel only. Okay? So I mean, when you have a Negro coming up talking about he's an African, British, Jamaican Israelite, you just know that guy, he ain't gonna get it. He should just keep it moving, let him keep moving, man. There's no way you're gonna get. There's no way in hell you're gonna get to the mindset of that man. Okay, there's no way you're gonna drill the word in that man's mind. It's not gonna happen. That man's bugged out. He's gone. Okay, mentally. Go on.
And you know, because the elect are gonna get sealed anyway, man. So why break your back?
Right.
All the elected